Welcome everyone. Hope you all are doing fine. Now, let us start. The first novel we have. The title of the review is, I am doing daily tasks in the wizarding world, and the reviewer gives it a rating of 94. They describe the wizarding world as vast and powerful, with wizards capturing gods and reshaping civilizations. The reviewer emphasizes the importance of knowledge and remaining humble on the path of seeking truth. On to the next novel we have. The book titled Wisher Beware has a rating of 86 and tells the story of an individual with advanced knowledge in a society that relies on primitive methods. The protagonist becomes a slave in a matriarchal society, and the story contains sexual content relevant to the plot. The author notes that it is a rational fantasy with a unique approach to the isekai genre, and that the plot progresses slowly at the beginning but builds off previous achievements. Readers are advised to check the reviews for more information. On to the next novel we have. Lin Xian just wants to live a peaceful life as a salted fish, but a system keeps giving him gifts and making him more successful, leading him down the path to becoming an almighty male god. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a rebellious girl named Zhang Yansheng who wasted her life in her past because of her scumbag father and stepmother. When she is reborn back to high school, she decides to study hard and become a qualified heir of her family's business. She also tries to win the fight against her stepmother and half-brother, who are actually devils. The story also includes a potential marriage proposal from the prince of the Yu family. The overall rating for the story is 84. On to the next novel we have. The Lazy King is a novel about a character who has reincarnated into a different world and becomes a demon lord. The character enjoys being lazy and does not value hard work or virtues like glory and honor. The reviewer gives the novel a rating of 86. On to the next novel we have. The article title is, Honey, Why Can't We Get a Divorce? And it receives a rating of 80. The story is about a woman who possesses another woman and kills her husband, but fortunately it happens before she kills him. However, everyone knows she loves the male lead and the main character must get a divorce, but her husband tears up the papers and calls her crazy. The main character wonders why she can't get a divorce. On to the next novel we have. The title of the story is Innocence, and the rating given is 80. The plot revolves around Jiyu Tuantuan and Zhang Yi, who start to watch pornography together after initially playing video games. On to the next novel we have. The protagonist, Bai Luo, discovers the existence of miracles in a black book that appears in his mind. He consults his uncle Saros about magic in the world but is told that it doesn't exist, only miracles do. Bai Luo later creates a magnificent country and realizes that what he has accomplished truly is a miracle. On to the next novel we have. The youngest son of the Count of Cronia becomes a warlock to survive, and the overall rating is 80. On to the next novel we have. The title of the content is 2000 Years of Magic History in My Head, and the author has rated it 82. The description of the content tells the story of Kong Min Hyuk, who gains a high-level magical civilization and experiences a significant change. On to the next novel we have. The title is Sense, and the rating is 82. The description explains the concept of procedural memory, which helps with tasks without conscious awareness, and introduces a doctor named Park Do-wook who can use other people's procedural memory. This unique treatment is the focus of the story. On to the next novel we have. The book, The Harvester, is about a tormented character named Rachna who is picked by a system called the Harvester. The Harvester only collects and has only known loss. Rachna may finally learn to live a life he can enjoy. On to the next novel we have. The protagonist in My Longevity Simulation must navigate a world where immortality is nearly impossible and the immortal realm is plagued. However, he gains a supreme treasure that allows him to reverse time, and he embarks on an endless path to immortality. He ascends through politics in his second life but cannot find the immortal path. In his third life, he is ultimately killed by an immortal sword. The protagonist, Li Fan, is determined to achieve immortality and will continue to pursue it throughout his numerous lives. The rating for this simulation is 92. On to the next novel we have. Restarting from Genesis is about a player named Arthur Holmes, also known as Merlin, who sacrificed his player ranking and became a lore hunter in the popular VR MMORPG, New Genesis. After 30 years of playing, Arthur uncovered the game's greatest secret, but his decision to not focus on leveling up led him to realize that he could never catch up to the rankers. He wished he could restart and try again. On to the next novel we have. The story is set in 2036, when mankind first sets foot on Mars. In 2052, Earth holds the first World Martial Arts Tournament, which is watched by the entire planet. The top professional gladiator, Xu Jingming, retires at the age of 26 with a body full of injuries. Later on, the United Nations announces that advanced technology has been found on Mars and mankind can evolve themselves by using VR experience with a freely distributed VR headset. The story follows Xu Jingming's plans for using this opportunity for the betterment of mankind. On to the next novel we have. The article discusses a Sherlock Holmes-based game called Villain Maker, where the player can fulfill the probability of Professor Moriarty's appearance. The game includes different scenarios such as becoming that man for Holmes, completing a sham marriage with Watson, and getting kidnapped by the phantom thief Lupin. The author criticizes the game's development and rates it 82. On to the next novel we have. The story, Rise of the Legendary Emperor, is about a man seeking revenge on a powerful kingdom in a world ruled by humans. Unlike typical hero tropes, the story avoids collecting women and saving everyone, and instead introduces an evil force from ancient times. The author rates the story 82. On to the next novel we have. The article discusses a story titled Ushering in the Internet Era in the Magical World, which follows a character named Ushering who gains power and followers by using social media, short videos, Q&A platforms, and live broadcasts in a world of deities. The character also overthrows the heresy of the other deities who are hunting for him. The article is rated 82. On to the next novel we have. The story, Please Stop Summoning Me, is about a man named Shen Yi who is constantly being summoned by various groups in a new world. Despite his annoyance, he is unable to stop them and eventually gets summoned by a group of cultists who have sacrificed a young girl. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a person who wakes up in a new world and realizes that they have been transmigrated into a cultivation world. However, they find that they are in a dangerous situation where they are the young master who is supposed to be killed by the main character. The person must come up with a plan to try to stay alive. The story has a rating of 84. That's the end of this video. I will see you soon in the next video. Happy reading.